Okay, let's do some paint tricks inside of Motion. So the first thing I'm going to do is hit the P key to get my paint tool active, and I'm just going to go in here and make a letter. I'm going to make an M just to make a demonstration here, okay? So now you can, let me take this paint stroke back to the beginning here. You can see that this paint stroke writes on. Okay, we'll set our out point for about right there. Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit by grabbing our point selection tool, or our edit points tool, which is right there. Second from the bottom, I'm going to hold my shift key and I'm going to go in here and delete these middle points just so I can get a straighter paint stroke. So there's those. Let's see, let's go back in here. Let's select these. And all these. Like so. As you can see, when I'm doing this, things are straightening up, because going in and doing this by the point by point basis would just be murder. Okay, now we have our points cleaned up, and we can go in and adjust these and make sure they're all even. But I'm not real worried about that, because that's not why we're here. There's an extra point that I want to get rid of. That's not why we're here. I'm here to show you some cool tricks with paint. Okay, now we have this horrible M that's not even at all, but it's going to demonstrate for us pretty well. So okay, so now we have this paint stroke. So let's go to our shape, and under our style, let's change the color of our outline. I'm going to change it to like a reddish orange, like so. What else could we do here? I think that's about it for now. I could change the blend mode to add, because that might come in handy later. Okay, now let's go ahead and select our group and hit Command D and make a copy of that group. Okay, so now let's go into our group copy, and let's go into our paint stroke copy here, and you can see we have a brush type of solid. We want to make it airbrush, and I'm going to make this airbrush as well. Now let's go back into our paint stroke copy. We have two more tabs now. Additive blend, I'm going to turn additive blend on, and I'm going to turn additive blend on this one too. Now let's go to our stroke tab, or our advanced tab, I'm sorry, and let's turn on dynamics. You can't turn on dynamics till you turn it to airbrush. And I'm going to select this paint stroke, and we're going to turn on dynamics. So if we turn on dynamics on our original paint stroke, you see what happens. We don't have no text left. So make sure you leave the dynamics off on the original text stroke. So now we have the dynamics turned on our top text stroke. You can see what's going on here when I play this. Okay, so let's go in and adjust our particles a little bit. So let's go into our dynamics and turn that sucker down right there like that. Let's increase our speed about 120. Let's take our life way down like that. Let's take our emission range and change it just to be a little random. Now let's see what we got here. Okay, now we still need to do a little bit more adjusting here. Let's select our paint stroke copy. Let's go in here and let's look at our stroke, and then we can adjust our stroke from in here. Let's take our brush scale up a little bit, like so. Width over stroke, of course, you can go in and you can see how all this is changing here. Look over in my canvas as I change this. All this is adjustable. And you can do it from this end too. Okay. Like that. Width over stroke, which is how wide, which was what we was just doing, stroke length. Okay. Brush scale, which we just looked at. Brush scale randomness, brush angle. All these make a difference in the way your stroke is going to look. Spacing over the stroke, we can change our spacing to where it looks more like a solid flame there. Like so. Okay, now let's adjust our opacity. Now we'll leave our opacity alone. We can do our brush scale, our brush scale randomness, all this good stuff. Let's play this back. Now it looks like that M is being burned on. Okay? If you look real close. The scale might be a little big, so of course you'll want to go back in and let's turn down our brush scale like so. Let's adjust our width over stroke. Make it maybe a little smaller there. Maybe about like that. Now we're getting somewhere. Now as you can see, it starts out big and it goes small. Okay? I mean, I could sit here and play with this stuff. I mean, forever. And I think you guys could too. Now let's go back to our, let's see, advanced. Let's go into our dynamics and let's look at our emission angle. You can see that spins it around there. Emission range. Let's turn down our emission range to about 48. Now we can go back to our stroke. We can turn our brush scale up a tad. Now we got more of a streaky thing coming on here. Okay, and you can go in and play with this and make it however you want to, guys. This is just a quick trip working with your paint tools. I got another one coming and a Final Cut Pro coming. Actually, it depends on what order I post them in. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.